hate gonna be just as much a sport as love, if you don't understand.
Yeah.
If somebody sat there and watched your video for 8 minutes and then said something negative about it, they still sat there and watched that video 8 minutes because they wanted
Right, and I still got my view.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the Reframe Podcast. Today I have two guests.
How y'all doing? I'm Kwanzi. My real name is Darius Bush, but all my family call me Kwan, so yeah.
Rico Davis.
And today's topic is going to be about relationships, communication, and just a state of mind of from a male's perspective. So let's go ahead and get straight into the video. So the first topic we're going to be talking about is the state of mind of men or males in general. The first question I'm going to ask you guys, are you emotionally invested in yourself? Because you know a lot of guys aren't technically emotionally invested in themselves, or they don't believe in having feelings or things and that such. So are you, or do you feel as if you are emotionally invested within yourself first before you can say you are committed to someone to be emotionally invested in them?
I'll go first.
You can.
I say yes, confidently, yes.
Mm-hmm. Why? What makes you feel that way?
Because I just am, as far as I know who I am, I know what I want from a woman, I know what I want from myself, I know what I demand from myself.
Mm-hmm.
And just, that's why I have a good relationship, because I hold myself to the same standards that I hold her to.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that helps us. So I'm not gonna tell her to do something that I wouldn't do, and vice versa.
Right.
So yes, I'm very emotionally invested in myself. It's okay to have feelings as a man.
Right.
Like, look, don't.
In our society, I feel like they feel like they don't need to.
Yes.
Or it's a stigma on black males. Let me say that much. To not show any emotions or don't have any emotions at all.
I mean, it's just how we grew up, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
little small stuff like boys don't cry, that
Right.
small stuff.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. So, Richard, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're emotionally invested within yourself?
I know I am.
Okay.
Like 100%. Just because the biggest thing about simply a man being emotionally invested in himself, especially a man that got a family, is if my head ain't straight and
Right.
the whole family will crash. So,
Right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be knowing, like, even if I ain't like, damn, I ain't feeling this shit today, like, all right, let me do something, get it right. Like,
Right.
and it just be little small stuff like, I come home knowing I ain't fuck work today, like that type of shit. But
Right. But you have
I
to
might
change
sit
that
in the car for
mindset.
about 20 minutes.
Right.
I know as soon as I walk through that door, my daughter don't give a damn how bad my day was.
Right.
It's still daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 things that women do or your girlfriends do that you can't stand. Or overall for just men in general.
Don't know what they want to eat.
Yeah. Makeup, and more makeup.
Damn.
I hate makeup.
I can't say I don't, even though my girl don't wear, I don't mind makeup.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I prefer a more natural look.
Okay.
Cause
So what about if you guys were going out on a date, you still wouldn't prefer the makeup?
I mean, I'm cool with a more natural look, but I can't really speak on it because my girl don't wear makeup at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a simple fact that, like, not necessarily just, all right, say if you go on Facebook right now, a lot of times, like, a woman will post a picture and she'll be like, no filter, but she'll have on makeup. Like, and it's okay, like we get a haircut, we still look the same, we just look improved. Like, sometimes makeup can make a woman look completely different.
I agree.
And as far as me, I don't care if you wear makeup, as long as it's not noticeable. Like what he just said, if it's changing your appearance,
Right.
you know, that's when it's like, come on, you know, like I know that ain't you, you know that ain't you.
And I would say this also, let's say if I did date a girl that wore makeup heavy, I still would want to know how you look naturally before I ever like consider dating you type shit.
Because that's what we wake up, and we like this because, listen ladies, that's what we wake up to. When we wake up in the morning, when I roll over, you are who you are. You don't got them lashes on, you don't got that weave on, you're gonna have a bonnet, and it's just gonna be your natural bare face. So when you wake up, if you don't have a natural bare face, that is what makes you pretty. that natural bare face, when you got that bonnet on and no makeup and no lashes, you know, Monday to Friday when I'm waking up with you, just because you get pretty one day out the week, that don't make you pretty. That natural, pretty bare face, that's what we like. That's why I say makeup.
So y'all would say makeup and don't know what we want to eat. How do you feel about self-care and self-love when it pertains to males? Do you feel like, you know how some guys look at like going to get their feet done, going to get their nails and stuff clean and stuff like that as feminine?
Yeah.
How do you feel on that?
Man, go get your, look, you see this? Hold on, I don't know if
Oh
y'all
my
can see this.
God.
I just went and got mine done yesterday. I shot a music video. They got some clear coat on them. The girl requested to do them, and I let her do it. Man, stop caring about what other people think.
Yeah.
Like, that is the hugest thing. Look, you will never do anything big in your life. You will be average all your life if you care about what other people think.
Yeah.
The moment you get that out your head, I don't care what other people think. You will do so many great things. So it's not feminine to get your nails and toes done up. Women actually like that. Mm-hmm. If you know
I'm very big on hygiene now.
Look, as a man, if you know women, this how you know when a man don't know women, when he not going to get that stuff done. Oh, that's gay. That's soft. That's feminine. Yeah. I'm like, bro, because you trying to be hard. What you trying to be hard for?
That's the biggest down.
Do the self-care.
Around here, they trying to be hard, man.
Yeah, and not just that. Again, hygiene is I think it depends on the female, but I'm very, very, very big on hygiene.
And that's real big. A lot of women out here with bad hygiene.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Just even like doing facials on your, like cleaning your face and just taking care of your skin. I'm really that's a pet peeve of mine.
See, that brings it back to the makeup thing, especially if they don't take care of their
skin, right? Yeah.
And there's also a thing with like hair in general. Like,
how do you guys feel about therapy for men, black men in general?
This is what I will say. If you feel you need therapy, 100% go do it. But I will say, as a man, especially a black man, we have our therapy within.
Do you consider yourself as a jealous-hearted person?
No.
What about in a relationship? Okay, from a...
And like, see, and that's
what about in a relationship?
See, that's what we be trying to... People gotta stop separating that. Because with life, all of this shit go together. And people be trying to separate relationships from family to friendships, but all of that shit go together. This is what I'm trying to tell people. Just as easy as you'll cut a friend off, you can cut a relationship off, you can cut a family member off. Because if they really fuck with you and say they love you, all the respect gotta be the same.
Okay, I get that.
So it ain't no different levels to it.
Yeah.
Yes, my girlfriend and my mama love is completely different.
Right.
But if my mama do something to disrespect me and to break my heart and to make me cry, I'm gonna look at it 100% the same, because you know I love you, you know what I do for you, so
makes sense.
I ain't gonna necessarily cut you off, but I'm gonna let you know what you did wrong and why I feel about that situation and how I'm gonna go forward about it.
Right. And
do you consider yourself as a jealous-hearted person?
No. If I'm in a relationship with you, I'm not gonna say you could do whatever you want, but you have free reign. I'm not gonna hold no leash on you. I'm not gonna. Somebody is gonna do what they want to do anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't go through phones. I don't do none of that, because what's the point? I did that when I was younger. I'm 28 years old now. I'm a grown man. I did that when I was young. And most times when you're going through a phone and all that stuff,
you already don't trust them anyway. Like,
so
to be honest,
that's red flags that you already need to leave a person alone, but it's like you're trying to find something.
Yeah.
Don't ignore your intuition. Don't ignore the red flags. If you happen to do all that, then you already know what's up. Just let it go. It's gonna hurt, but go through that. It's gonna make you a better person. So no, jealous-hearted, no, in no aspect.
So let me ask you this, for example. So say if you guys are at the bar or at a lounge or whatever with your girlfriends, and a guy came up, but they didn't know that your girlfriend was with you,
Right.
and they come up wanting to buy her a drink and want a casual conversation, how would you feel?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna put it this way. I'm not gonna put no pressure on her because that's her responsibility to handle that.
100%.
I want her to let me finish, motherfucker. I want her to clearly say, "I'm here with my boyfriend. That's him over there.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't. Thank you, but I don't accept." So it's not.
So you were saying you would get even if she accept the drink.
No, if she accept the drink, then you might as well leave with him.
Yeah,
Really?
That's literally we're not gonna intervene with it. Whereas say like if me and you are at the bar and we dating, if a woman walk up and she be like, "Oh, you're really cute, can I buy you a drink?" No, he with somebody. We're not gonna even get in that conflict. We're gonna let you handle it to see
you
how
say
you
that
do
now
it.
because you're in front of your girl, but what if your girl's not with you? You're not gonna let her buy you a drink?
Hold on, say that again.
So what if the situation was different and you were out with your guys, or if I was out with my girls, you wouldn't accept the drink?
If you're not by yourself,
that's a respect.
you talking about if you by yourself?
Yeah, like you're not with your
With the
significant
other
other.
person? I mean, that's a your choice thing.
Yeah, that's
do what you do, boo.
Yeah.
I'm not putting
And
no
then
pressure
you
on
gotta think
you.
about as men, like this. I'm not looking for you to cheat. I'm not expecting you to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also smart enough to know that it could happen. And I also believe in karma. I know what I did in my past, so I know it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you went out and you had 5 guys buy you drinks, I knew nothing about it. I don't give a fuck about it. You got your ass in the house at 1 a.m. What can I say? And that's just the difference from the way men think.
I guess it depends on how men look at it. Because some men wouldn't care if they girl take a drink from a guy as long as the conversation is like, okay, well, cool, thanks for the drink, but I got a man type thing.
Right, but the major thing in all this is if, long as I don't know about it, don't let me know that guys are buying you drink. Don't, you know what I'm saying? What you know ain't gonna hurt you, man. And I don't probe to find out. I feel like energy is everything. Energy is everything. So I don't have to go through my girl's phone to know she's cheating on me. I can feel it.
Yeah.
I'm so in tune with myself and with her. I can feel if she was cheating on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can feel
It's
it.
literally knowing your partner.
Like she came home and she ain't. This is like the 3rd day in a row. She done came home, ain't kissed me, ain't touched me. It's little stuff like that. She come home and kiss me, touch me every day.
That depends on the men, like on the male themselves, because some men don't pay attention to those things.
Right. But that's when you know.
No, it ain't that. It's the fact that I want to say it's 100% social media. It ain't that they don't pay attention to those things. Social media is just the downfall on relationship. No, really just life. Because people thinking it's supposed to be this certain way. So you got a lot of people that thinking like, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. But they really do care about it, but they already convincing themselves that they don't care about it.
And fellas and women, that goes back to what we was talking about the self-care. You're caring about what other people think. I care. If I'm telling you right now, I'm a man, a grown man. I care. I have feelings. And you go respect both of those, or you can get out of my life. Why is it not that simple to have standards? And if people don't meet standards, boundaries, and if people don't meet those, if they step over those lines that you have for yourself, they got to get the boot. I don't care how much you like them, how much you love them, because if they liked and loved you, they wouldn't overstep those lines and boundaries. It's that simple. I'm a very cutthroat person, and that's the bottom line. It's either you do it or you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On to the next.
But since he said it, I gotta ask you that because you're a woman. Standards or boundaries?
What you about to ask me?
Why when a man have, then that's what makes it so hard. That's why a lot of men don't have standards and boundaries. Why when a man have standards and boundaries, he either hate women, misogynistic,
or gay.
I'm not going to speak for the whole community of women because I'd rather my guy have standards and boundaries Because again, that goes back to knowing your self-worth. That goes back to knowing who you are as a person. And when you don't have standards and boundaries, then it's kind of like, I can just do whatever the hell I want to do. I can walk over you.
Right.
You're not gonna respect me.
Right. I won't respect you as a man. Because
Yep.
then that just lets me know you can't lead me in the way that I need to be led.
Thank you.
And then I won't be submissive to you. And it just
Thank you. It just goes on.
I'd rather my guy or the person I'm talking to have interest in to have those standard and boundaries and be able to communicate and talk about that. But some women, they just go with the flow. I'm not a go with the flow type of female.
Right. You want to see somebody have control.
Like,
Right.
Like, okay, he got control. All right.
This is what I will say. I feel like a lot of women in today's day and age are not submissive.
We're gonna get on that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we definitely. Do you guys fear marriage in today's time?
100%.
Let
But
him
no,
go first.
that's what I say.
Why?
We don't fear marriage.
So what is it? So let me ask you this. Why is it that you have to be in a relationship for an extended period of time?
It ain't that.
Okay, so explain to me what, because
It ain't that.
I'm trying to understand.
It's that way, y'all. I understand. And I can explain. I can give you 1,000 examples because I'm literally in that point in my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know I want to marry my girl.
Mm-hmm.
She is 99% a great woman, a great mom, take care of the house, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But that 1% is so ignorant that it damn near almost levels out with that 99%. You see what I'm saying?
I get it, but I don't.
Put it like this. They say it takes 10 years to completely know a person.
I disagree with that.
I don't agree with that because, put it like this. This is my best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know him in and out. But at the same time, I don't because
Right. People grow every day. People change.
that's the biggest thing. Now, if you got somebody that's always stuck where they at and they not growing, you're going to know them.
Right.
But if somebody literally completely growing every day, or well, not even say every day, let's say every
In
6 months
seasons.
to a year,
Yeah.
they getting better and they growing, you're not going to really know them like that.
Right.
And I say that in saying this,
I love
like,
that.
you want to see a woman, you got to see a woman after that puppy dog stage. Like, you
Well,
got
I feel like that's vice versa.
you got to see a woman angry.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see a woman frustrated. You got to see a woman sad. And even if you ain't the one that's causing that anger, sadness, frustration, anxiety, all that, you got to see that because you got to see how they're going to treat you in those situations.
How do you handle it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that's where we suffer at, but we also expect a woman to do. Like, it's a simple fact that, like, if I'm going through something in life and it's terrible,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you one chance. I'm gonna tell you, like, damn, it's bad. I can't handle this. I can't watch my car. So I'm being vulnerable about this, and then later on, when we argue, you use it against me. And I will say this is what women do a lot of times. Like,
Yeah.
we'll expose our vulnerability, and then they'll use it against us,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get mad when we never be vulnerable with them again.
Mm.
Cause that's literally, this is what I tell people, like, that vulnerability, that shit literally matters. Like,
Mm-hmm.
put it like this, words to us is like a man putting his hand on a woman.
Makes sense.
So
I
we
can
don't
see
care
that. I
about
can
none of
understand
that shit. Like,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want, just don't say the wrong shit to me. But the women will do that knowing that I'm gonna say this to him because I'm mad and it's gonna get to him, it's gonna make him react.
And I'm gonna stop him right there. Fellas, you heard what he just said? I hope you did. Listen, when a woman is mad, a woman will say anything to demasculate you, like to make you less of a man. That's why most times when you hear, oh, he got a small dick, or he gay, or he this, most times it's because she's mad. I done fucked this girl 10 times. Why I got a small dick on the 11th time? Because we done went through something, because, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Well, I
will
don't care
say
anyway.
this.
You know what I'm saying? You this. I thought you was gay anyway. Or this. Don't fall for that. Let her get that off. As a man, you have to remain manly while she getting that off. Let her get her rocks off and just remain masculine, because she wants you to come to that level. Understand that when she is that angry, she's saying all this stuff to make you feel like less of a man, you gay, small dick, etc., because she's so mad. I can't beat his ass. What can I say? She's trying to bring you down. Don't fall for it. Remain masculine.
I will say this to the women that's listening. Like, if you don't take nothing else from this podcast, a woman that can't control her mouth is just as bad as a man that can't control his hands.
Yeah.
100%.
Facts.
Do you feel as though men deal with depression more than women, and you just and they just don't show it,
I'm gonna go first.
do you feel as though it's kind of like a equal thing?
I feel like we go through. I don't want to say more because most women go like, this nigga. But
I mean, I agree. I feel like internally men go through more than we do. You just don't show it.
yes, because we can't. Because this goes back to what we was talking to earlier. Y'all call us soft and feminine and et cetera, and y'all gotta realize most men don't have that, what we were talking about, to block out what other people care about, to actually go into those feelings and emotions.
Right.
Like, I have deep engaging talks with my woman because, you know what I'm saying? And she listens. You know, that matters.
Yeah.
If every time you talking to a woman and you say, yeah, I did it, and you start going and she interrupts you, that's the first sign of disrespect. Because when someone is talking, you are supposed to listen to what they have to say. When a woman is interrupting you, man, that shows that a woman does not respect you. That's a huge red flag of mine. When I'm trying to talk to you or we talking to each other and you keep over talking me, like your word is bigger than mine or better than mine, I hate that. I will instantly shut down talking to you. I don't want to have no more conversation with you.
Yeah.
So,
and what he just said, that goes vice versa both ways. And then I say this because it happened with men a lot, but women, you know, we do it to y'all as well. But if you bring up a problem, and I call myself guilty of this because I used to do it, even though, the only reason I do it because I don't like hypocrites, but it don't matter because you chose not to bring it up and you held it inside.
right.
So like, if your partner come to you and they bring up a problem they having, and they explain to you why they having it and what they want you to do better, and you say, well, you do this, or what about you, then that 100% don't matter, because you would literally hold that problem in as ammo to use it for whenever they did it, knowing you already had a problem with it.
And I'm not trying to cut them off, but that is 90% of relationships. That's why few relationships work, because it's the little stuff.
Yeah.
That is, what he just said is 90% of today's relationships.
Yeah.
Don't hold it in, let it out. Men too. This is a safe space. I want you to know, man,
Well,
let it out.
Be a safe space.
Yes, let it out.
And that's what I say to men, bro, because I don't know why women, I'm not even trying to like belittle women, but I feel like they process shit, they don't process shit till after the argument. Whereas we processing that shit right there when it's happening. Like, you can say whatever to a woman right then and there, but she's angry, so she don't care. So, you know, when she go lay down and think about it 2 hours later, she's like, maybe they was right about this, or they should listen to me more about this. So it's a simple fact that, like...
Yeah, I had to learn that. I can be transparent about it. I had to learn to, sometimes it's not best to do stuff in the moment. It's best to take a step back, think about it, and then go back and talk about it. But sometimes doing things in that moment, you're not processing everything, you're not listening to everything, you're not comprehending everything that's being said. And
and I will say that's the difference from a man who loves a woman and a woman who loves a man. And I'll say this is why I feel like, I'm not even being funny, this is why I feel like, even though social media says different, this is why I feel like men love women more than men love men. I mean, men love women. Because simple fact that we will not say something because we know the way we feel about you and know how much we love you. But a woman, a scorned woman, an angry woman, she don't care what she says because it's okay because she was angry.
Yep. And she's trying to bring you to that level. That's the whole thing. A woman who's mad wants you to feel how she feels right now. Do you feel how angry I am? And that fellas, that's when you have to remain your most masculine.
You gotta stay calm. It ain't even necessarily just masculine. Just the thing about weathering the storm, bro. You gotta stay calm because as a man, no matter what, no matter how many times y'all argue, no matter how many times y'all get into it, you still the head of the ship. And if you crumble, everything will crumble.
That's masculinity, though, Richard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Since he said that masculinity, I will say this. I'm gonna add to it, even though it's off topic. This is what I will say. Whenever, like, say you got a single mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
She say, or just a single woman in general, but say a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
You always see them brag about, I'm the mama, I'm the daddy, I'm the this, such.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see a single father that got his kids all the time, you'll never hear himself say, I'm a single father, I'm a single dad. Because he just do it. But I will say that because masculinity is looked at as toxic. But why when a single mother has her kids by herself and the dad don't do nothing, she tries to play a role of the father? But we look at masculinity as toxic. But it's not toxic because you need masculinity to survive.
Yeah, it was a post or a caption or something on Facebook, and a woman was basically like, she don't need a man or something like that. This is how I was talking to. She was like, she don't need a man. And I was reading the comments, and they was like, no, I don't need no man. I can do this, and this, X, Y, Z. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, it's not even more so about, I guess in a sense, it is about needing a man, because I think we need each other at the end of the day. A woman needs a man and a man needs a woman. So if you have this mindset that you don't need a man, I just like, that goes back to you kind of,
You're never going to attract a man.
right.
See, and I'm glad you said
That's-
that, even though it's a little off subject, that don't need a man stage.
I just don't
I
agree.
hate women that go on that stage. And usually it's women that's making
Being
a little
hurt.
bit, either
Money.
hurt or making a little bit of money.
Yep.
90% of the time
I
it's the money.
assume we're scared of them because they're making money. But usually, I'll say these two things.
It's their masculine that you're scared of?
It ain't even that. It's just when a woman get money, she automatically think, I don't need a man, I can do this shit on my own.
Yeah.
When a man get money, he's like, I can have a family, I can take care of my girl, I can do this.
We want to take care of everything connected to us.
Yeah.
We get money, we want to take care of everything connected to us. Most times women get money because, and that'll let you know what a woman thinks about a man. All he's supposed to be is a provider. So when she get money, a woman that thinks all a man is a provider, the first thing when she gets money, what she's gonna say? I don't need a man. Why? Because she thinks all a man is a provider. And most times those women don't care about your feelings. They don't care about how you talk, how you think, how you feel,
Any of that.
etc. Because they just think you're a provider.
And this is why I say women are opportunistic lovers and materialistic
What you
lovers.
mean by that?
Because they love off of the opportunities that they can have, which is 100% nothing wrong with that because that's the role that a woman's supposed to play. But I will say this, when they value the materials and the opportunities over the actual love, then that's when it becomes a problem.
Do you think it is important to know your partner's love language?
Yes, to an extent. Yeah, it's important to know them, to know their love language. I guess knowing their love language is basically knowing them.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes together. So yes, I'll say yes to that. I don't have really much to elaborate on that, but yes, know the person. Knowing the person, I feel like is knowing their love language. So yes.
I feel like yes and no. This is what I say.
Do you feel like, so you say your love language is physical touch. What do you feel like yours is?
And food.
Physical touch and really just physical touch. I feel like that's...
I think that's like most guys' love language is physical touch.
That, and to be honest, that's one of the major ways to tell if your woman is cheating or not feeling.
I won't necessarily
physical
say that's
touch.
the case.
I agree.
I can see
think
his
so.
standpoint because
This is why I say
you both
relationship
get
is about. Well, I get what he's saying, but relationship is about sacrifice. Because my girl, she's a what you call this shit? What you call it?
Introvert?
Not an introvert.
Okay.
So she's not a physical touch person. She's not where she is. So the fact that I understand that, if I got a headache, because I get migraines a lot, if I got a headache and she let me lay on her lap and stuff, I know she's at least trying, even though she don't want that physical touch.
Yeah.
So this is what I say about every relationship. No matter what they do, no matter how much you want it, no matter how it's going, if they are trying, it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Cause you know what I was gonna ask? I was gonna say, how does a physical touch person like yourself date a person who's not physical? I just feel like that doesn't correlate. It don't match.
It's tough, but at the same time, it works out because I have two love languages.
And he also understands the way that she loves to a certain extent.
Yeah, you gotta think about it.
She's also trying. So I think it wouldn't work if she didn't do it at all.
If she didn't try.
Right.
Yeah.
But the fact that, like he said, she's able to lay on her every now and then.
Right.
That
makes you try.
Right. And 100%, this is what I tell both male and female. Don't only think about yourself. This is the big reason why relationships fail.
Right. Yep. A lot of people say, do you believe in splitting things 50-50? Or do you believe in being the male that takes care of everything? Meaning household-wise and like going on dates and stuff like that.
For one, I know we ain't gonna do it 50-50 because I make more money than my girl. So why?
It's based on income-wise?
It's based on income, and I just advise. So in my house, it's probably like a 70-30.
Okay.
A 70-30, 80-20. You know what I'm saying? Like I handle the big stuff, she'll get small stuff, light bills, something like that. As far as like groceries and stuff, if the groceries $173, I'm gonna most likely send her like $100, $125. She'll cover the 50, etc. You know, but I guess it's based on income, you could say. But in my perspective, I advise all fellas to at least attempt to make more money than their woman, because this goes back to what we was talking about. I feel like when women make more money, it changes their mindset. It alters their mindset. So
because I don't know, if that was me. I know I want my man to make more money than me. I'm just being honest. I couldn't. That's just the lifestyle I want. So I know.
Wouldn't it change your mind?
I would look at it like I would have to be the sole provider for us, and I don't want that because it will put me in that mindset. And I think it depends on you coming from your back. Well, what your background was. If you came from a single parent household, came from a 2-parent household. So if I had to watch my mama be the sole provider, then it's gonna put me back in that mentality, and I don't want that mentality.
Right.
So I think it does change your perspective on situations or how you look at it. For me, I know it would. I would look at it like, this nigga can't leave.
So, fella, you hear that?
I won't follow him. I won't follow him.
You can't fully submit to him.
Yeah, I want him to be submissive to him.
Because you make more money. This is how powerful money is in today's age. You just heard it, fellas. So listen, I advise you, if you are in a relationship where a woman makes more money than you, you have to find out how to make more money than her. I don't care.
Or show me that you a hustler or something.
The grind, bro.
Yeah.
Because my girl, she's a very logical thinker, whereas women are usually emotional thinkers.
Yeah.
But she's a logical thinker. That's why I like to debate with her, because she be on.
Yeah, I would like somebody that I can debate with. Only because I'm very in tune with myself.
Right.
And I like the conversation. I like
it challenges you.
Your mind.
Me and her was on the way to the beach, and we probably had a fucking debate for probably like 40 minutes to an hour.
And not necessarily a debate that turns into an argument, but just like get your perspective on things and how you view things and how you look. Yeah.
So she's a logical thinker, so she'll let me know A, B, and C, and get it across the point. So, like, when somebody's a logical thinker, you gotta actually use your brain to figure out like where you at. Look.
So we might as well go and talk about it now. We done say the word 3-4 times.
What?
Submissive. What is why do you think in today's time that women don't want to be or don't have the I guess capacity to be submissive? Me personally, I just feel like the term, or for instance, I can't be submissive to you if you're not leading me right, or you're not showing me that you can handle certain things. For me as a woman, it's all about your mindset. It's all about the way you view things.
And look, I 100% agree with you, but this is what I'll say about the submissive thing.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's used out of context.
But like this, it's opportunities.
How do you feel about being submissive? You know, we had this conversation one time before and you kind of pissed me off.
Damn.
Richard said he don't like talking bad about women, but
I guess it depends on how women look at. I don't look at it as you're talking down, because everyone has their own opinions and everything about it.
Right.
But like, you're not degrading them.
No.
That's like saying, I mean, we do it. So it's a double standard. Like, we can sit here, I can have 4, 5 females on the couch and we can sit here and talk shit about niggas all day. But then if a guy do it, we look at it differently.
Right.
I get that. But I don't look at it as you're talking bad. Because I don't know, I guess I'm different because I like hearing other men.
Because you care about getting better.
Right.
You have to care about, look, that's why a lot of women hated Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was there to make you better. He's not there to, but if you have that negative mindset, good news sound like bad news to you. Good help sound like bad help to a negative mind. So if I'm telling you things to make you better, to change your perspective, it's going to sound bad to you because you already have a negative mind. You don't want to grow. So that's why you want to hear what men think, because you care what men think, because you're growing. Because in order to be a good woman, you have to care about what the person you're going for thinks. Most women don't care about what men think. How you feel about marriage?
Yeah.
I ain't answer that question.
Yes, you did.
What I said?
You tripping. You said
no, because I think his ass kept talking.
Marriage. What's the time frame that you set for yourself for marriage, or you don't give yourself a time frame?
I don't give myself a time frame. I give it a place where I'm at in my life. It's about where you at in your life, and who knows when that is. But it could be tomorrow. But it could be a year from now. It could be 2 years from now. It depends on where I'm at in my life. And
so, do you have those conversations with your
yes,
girlfriend?
I've told her. One of the main things that women have to understand: don't ever pressure a man to marry you. A man will marry you when he wants to marry you. Don't ever pressure me to marry.
I mean, that's even with being in a relationship.
Yeah, don't ever ask me to. Don't ask me. Well, yes, we've been together for 4 years now. You know. And
but do you plan on keeping that girl to be a girlfriend for 6, 7, 8 years?
My question is, do it matter? Listen,
I think for me it does.
Hold on, do it matter? Okay, in this relationship, are you getting treated fairly? Are you getting abused? Are you getting provided for? Does he provide for you? Did y'all have a baby out of wedlock? If everything is going well for you, which majority of women don't got, why does it matter? If this man will marry you when he's ready to marry you, don't put pressure on him to marry you, especially if everything is going swell. You get what I'm saying?
I get that. But why? Okay, so if everything is going good, why is it that you can't get married?
Because that man is just not at a point in his life where he's ready to marry. Like my man Richard said, maybe he's changing or evolving or doing new endeavors in his life, or just trying new things, doing new things. And what if they fail and he failed miserably? And then, see, you like him, but you want him to marry you because he's at this great point in his life. And you want it to stay that same. Well, what if he fails miserably, right? What if he loses his job, fails miserably, and is flat on his back? And this is not what you signed up for, because when he married you, he was at this top of the mountain level. So now he's all fell down.
Remember earlier,
and what you
about lifestyle.
What you gonna do then?
You asked earlier about if he's scared of marriage. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, are you gonna change if my lifestyle change? Like, are you gonna be able to stick it out for 7-8 months because my job said,
That's
you
a big
know,
thought.
Exactly. And
for
that's
7-8 months. If my job said,
Cause I don't.
exactly.
Yeah,
And so, hold on, Richard, because you want us to make this permanent decision, but you got
That can change
temporary,
instantly.
but you got temporary feelings. You want me to make a permanent decision because you got temporary feelings.
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't like leave my man.
Man, I'll probably be more inept to marry you when I'm on my bottom than when I'm on my top. I'll be ready to marry you when I ain't got shit and you with me than when I got on the top and you with me. Because that's showing me different. You, of course you want me to marry you because I protect you. I provide for you. You don't need for nothing. I make your life easier. Hell, I would want to marry me too. Shit.
Guys don't feel the need to let their person know this, and this, or get
I'll say
permission,
something
or they
else.
feel like it's a controlling thing, or they don't even know my every move type thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Why?
I'm gonna go first on this.
I feel like that's the only way a relationship works.
This go back to communication.
Right, the perspective.
And I'm gonna bring this up. I have a great relationship, and 100% of that is to communication. The main thing that me and Naya got situated from ground one, from the beginning, is communication.
Yeah.
Put it this way, Drell. I don't want you to say, I'm going out with my friends, we're going to the club. And then 2 hours later when we talk, you at Waffle House. And then an hour later we talk, you at Thing House. And I don't know none of this.
Right.
You just moving.
But people do that.
And
that's a big
and look, this is the big thing.
mind.
This is what I say. Because a lot of those women that do that, but expect the man to be a protector. So like, how can I protect you if I don't even know where the fuck you at?
But
I know there's some guys that don't agree to check in.
Okay.
I just don't agree with it.
And Drell, okay,
Let me
since
know.
you know that's a standard for you, what
Right.
does that tell you? If from day one, when a man show you he don't communicate, leave.
And
I don't care how much you hold
this
on.
is
I don't care how much you like him, how much you care. Don't
Right.
put yourself through
Yeah,
it because
right.
if he's showing you he's not a good communicator, instantly.
It won't. Now, if you
Don't
I
think
feel
you
like
can change him.
If you can't communicate at a certain age in your life, you won't ever be able to communicate.
And
Those people who
it
can't
ain't necessarily
communicate, they
because
just don't got.
people growing stages there.
Yeah, that's true too.
But this is what I say, bro. This is why we say women are bad decision makers. This is probably the only negative thing that I say about women. Everything else I say about women is reality. They just want to accept it. But the one
This reality too. They are bad
the one
decision
bad women are bad decision makers because
We
and
go off emotions.
yeah.
And I'm gonna go in on that even more. You can't. And those women that he just explained, those are the same women that you see on the internet saying that men ain't shit. No, sweetie, look, the men you pick aren't shit.
Bruh, and that's what we say. Women control everything.
Except
100%
marriage.
Except marriage.
That's
Yeah,
all.
now I do agree with
except-
that. Everything is in our ballpark, and I had to learn this, and someone else, actually a grown person, just told me this the other day. Everything is in our control, and then when you are in a relationship, you have to make that man feel like he's in control, even if he's not.
Yeah.
And everything is still falling in fucking favor. So
Yep.
That's what women
that's-
got on the fucking
Yeah.
standard.
That's true. Drell, you've grown a lot.
It's
the
that
house.
men don't give
Right.
a fuck about nothing else except respect and appreciation.
Yeah. So what do you guys feel about intentional time? And it's not the same thing as like just time. So intentional time is we in the house together, she could be in a room and I can be sitting on the couch. That's not intentional time. Intentional time is intimate, like you on me, I'm on you.
I feel like that's really a feel thing. Because I have moments like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, where I'm in the game room playing the game, and she in there laying down doing her thing. That's very important as well.
Right.
Like, I always tell her, you know, you got to get a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a hobby. I have hobbies. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to always be under you, and it allows me to miss you. So as far as the intentional time, I think that's really a feel. Like, I feel like, man, when you in tune with your house and you in tune with yourself and you in tune with your woman, all those
that
three
stuff that
things,
comes
you
together.
feel it in the house. Like
Yeah.
it'll be moments where, you know, the game just to die down. I done been gaming for 5-6 hours, and I'm just like, babe, let's watch a movie. Or you hungry? Let's go get something to eat.
And
Or
it's
let's go
also,
on a date.
oh, that's what it was that you said. Like, just basically knowing, but me not having to tell you. Like, you just knowing what I need in that moment, or you knowing what I want, and me not having to tell you. I want someone that knows most times, and me not having to say it all the time.
But at the same time, I feel like you gotta. People are saying like your partner gotta know you, but at the same time you gotta teach them to know you.
That is true.
You gotta.
But
people don't want to hear this. If you really want to love somebody and want to be with them for life,
You do have to teach them how to love you.
you gotta. People hate this term because it sounds like a dog. You gotta train them how to love you.
You absolutely do.
Yeah, you do.
And on both sides, that's male and female.
Yeah.
Like you gotta train
But
them
some,
how to love you.
I guess it all depends on the guy that you pick too, because some guys don't pay attention to details, and I'm a detailed person, so it wasn't for me. That wasn't clash.
No, yeah, it
Because
ain't necessarily
I would
one
want-
class. It just consists. If you tell them, I'm a detailed person, you need to learn this, you need to learn this, and let's say, 3 months they ain't get it, but 6 months they ain't get it.
How much of a rope do you give them?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
And that's where you mess. That's
women
where
do.
they give them too much rope.
Yeah.
And then you will meet a good guy, and he get this much rope. But the bad nigga get this much rope.
I can't agree with that
Battling
because
emotional flaws and all that other shit.
I don't know. I maybe some female, but for me, I feel like it's all the same for me. I'm gonna give everybody the same amount of chance. I'm gonna give everybody the same amount of.
That's
That's how it
because you
should
think
be.
logically. Drill,
Yeah.
you gotta understand, you're not majority of women. You've grown a lot. You done had a baby. Listen, you done had a baby. You done went through stuff. So
Yeah.
you're more mature. Majority of women aren't mature. They're not there yet. Some women are still picking the same type of man that they like from high school.
And you gotta
Do
think,
you feel like every guy cheats? About to get into these relationship topics.
Oh shit. You want me to go first?
Do
you
you
go
feel?
first. I'll go
Because
first.
no, let me go first.
There you go.
Because I don't feel like every guy cheats, but I feel like every guy is capable of cheating. Let me rephrase that. Everyone's capable of cheating. But I don't think that every guy cheats. You know how some women have that perspective, all niggas cheat type thing. I don't think that every guy cheats, because I know a couple people that have never cheated ever in their life, and they grown as hell. So, but I do think that people are capable of cheating, or guys are capable of cheating.
This is what I'll say. People have to understand that humans in general, unless you meet a genuine one, because that's what people have to understand. When you meet somebody genuine, you have to keep them in your life.
Mm-hmm.
But humans in general are going to do wrong, they're going to cheat.
I'm not gonna say every guy cheats because every guy doesn't have the capability of cheating. So with what you're saying, every person has the capability of cheating. I don't. I mean, I guess they could, but I don't personally believe that. I feel like in order for a man to cheat, it takes a certain type of build up of the man. The man has to, I don't know, I guess, become something in life. Let's go.
What is a deal breaker for you?
Respect.
Like,
Respect.
overall.
Respect.
For you?
People don't understand, and that's different. Women don't understand that men are more lenient than women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of women don't understand that because they think, he cheated, I took him back. We care about that shit because it matters, but it's just really respect.
Okay.
And I say that, don't get me wrong, if I did something to lose your respect, then I understand doing that. But also at the same time, a woman can be disrespectful without, going against the respect she has for you.
Right.
I get
right.
that.
And
That makes sense.
a woman can say something disrespectful, but she still has respect for you.
Right.
But mainly going back, I would say this, what I said earlier. I don't know if I said it earlier, but just be honest. A woman who can't control her mouth is just as bad as a man who can't control his hands.
Yes, and I'm so glad you got it. I'm gonna say something. Woman who can't control. You want me to go now?
You got it?
You sure?
Yeah.
Cause I done put the train of thought up in it.
No, you didn't. It's good.
A woman that can control her mouth. So the other day, I was having a conversation with two women, and they was like, have I ever pushed my girl to the point of mad where she called me a bitch? And I said, my girl went, hold on. I said, my girl went call me a bitch. And she's like, oh, you just ain't did nothing. Push her to the point. I said, no, like y'all literally don't understand. My girl would not call me a
But
bitch.
that's how I wouldn't ever scoop below the belt enough to, not that point, not to say,
Yes.
oh, no.
And I will say this, me and my girl have been in some heated arguments. And I would say the first 2 years, probably all of them were my fault.
Mm-hmm.
But she had never once just got on the line and called me a bitch.
Let me finish.
It's a respect
Because
thing.
I was talking to these women and they were not understanding what I was saying when I said, I don't care how, man. I told them, my girl would not talk to me.
Yeah.
She knows that will hurt me more than calling me a bitch.
Yeah.
I said, that's how I can tell y'all different women from my girl. And that's what makes her my girl, because I know she's different.
Mm-hmm.
Because if me and her got into a heated argument and to the point she wanted to call me a bitch, she would just stop talking. And that would make me like,
Yeah.
talk, motherfucker, but she knows there's so much power in silence.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me love her, like, and I'm the same way, but
Yeah.
it's so much power in that. They were not understanding what I meant. And they was like, oh, you just ain't did nothing to make her call you a bitch. And
I think if you have to be with someone and you guys are disrespecting each other to that point, don't be with them. I don't see the point in being with someone. We got to scoop that little in an argument to where you call me out my name, I called you out your name.
Hey, this one I will say something though.
No.
to the two women who I was talking to, who I was just referring to a few moments ago, did you just hear what she said? That's what I said in prayer. They made it seem like it was them. So you done been with this girl for 5 years and you will leave her because she calling you a bitch? I said, if we at that level of argument, the relationship is over anyway.
I won't ever forget that you called me.
I told them that. It's like, so you done been with her 5 years, you will leave her because she called you a bitch? Yes! That's one of my boundaries.
And
Right.
I will say
But that goes back to, and that's why I asked that question, because a lot of men in today's society, in our generation, don't have boundaries or don't have those standards, and they just kind of like go with the flow.
And that's why you see so much
I'll be honest.
toxic.
I never knew nothing about, and this is where I will give my girl 100% credit about. I never knew nothing about boundaries and respect, as a man, or literally just a human in general, until I met my girl.
You mean a real woman?
But
Yeah,
right.
A
The
real
fact
woman.
that she was able to instill that in you,
Yeah.
that's a totally.
But I will say this, because she is a woman with, boundaries and respect, but she had never dealt with a man in the boundaries and respect. So once I started, she taught me the shit, and then once I started giving her the shit, she was a little bit rebellious to it, but she was also intelligent enough to understand it, like, boom,
That's growth.
Yeah.
That
Growth from him.
Right. Understanding from her.
Right. Picking the right woman. You were dating girls. Now you dating a woman.
Deal breaker. Will you take your partner back if they was a cheat?
This is what I'll say. I don't want to necessarily say this publicly, because this is what I say. Everybody's situation is different.
Right.
But I will say this. I have never been cheated on from what I know of. But at the same time, if this woman does everything for me and she's on her point, I won't necessarily say cheating is a deal breaker, but you're on the edge of that line. But the only reason I say that, but this is the only reason I say that, because I know how karma works. And I ain't been shit my whole life to about the last 2 years, you know what I'm saying? So I know, like, if a motherfucker cheat on me, I probably deserve it, because I done did some foul shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I ain't just necessarily giving you that leeway because I did some foul shit.
Right.
But that goes with the same thing. Like, y'all know how say men make women work harder because of what they did, because of what the last man did to them?
No,
that goes with
men work hard.
Yeah, women make men work hard because of what the last nigga did to them. That goes with men at the same time. Like, a man will make a woman work less because of what he did to the last woman. You see what I'm saying? Which it ain't always the case, but a lot of times, like, if I know I did that last motherfucker wrong, like, she ain't gotta do necessarily so much, because I know I don't deserve the
right.
last motherfucker, so I
Right.
really don't deserve her because she way better than the last motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it just goes on with that balance and knowing your partner, to be honest.
Right.
Do I feel like cheating is a deal breaker? A huge thing I'm gonna take away from what he says that I know of. That is so huge. Usually cheating comes with disrespect, right?
Right.
So cheating comes with disrespect. So usually when your partner is cheating, you could tell around the house, especially when you live with them, how they act, how they treat you, how they, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing this for 3 years straight.
Now you come
For the
home,
past 3 weeks, she ain't been, you can feel that energy.
Yeah.
So little stuff like that. It's not, like you say, that I know of. I've been cheated on before when I was younger, but the girl showed me all the red flags. I just didn't know women. I'll be the first to admit that. I'm a man that didn't know women when I was 16, 18 years old. I ain't know a damn thing about women. So when a woman showed me red flags, I just, ignored them. So I know women now. So that's why I say I don't go through phones, etc. Because I can feel when you cheating on me.
Right. And that's because you are in tune with your own
With myself. There you go.
Because you have to be in tune with yourself first.
There you
and
go.
then when you're in tune with
Let me
yourself,
finish.
you
Oh, you
attract
go.
all that energy to you.
They
all comes
they don't understand that,
They
girl.
don't.
They don't understand
Trust me,
good
I know.
energy.
I was in a whole 4-year relationship that didn't understand the concept of your energy. Like,
Dre.
and I'm very, very big on energy. So I can feel it. Even in relationships, I'm talking about friendships.
Just life.
Yeah. Like,
When you're positive, when you got good energy, that shit is like a magnet.
yes. You feel, you know things that you.
Yes,
you
you're
don't even
godly.
You don't even got to come and tell me. I know. Like,
Dre,
you don't
you're
have to tell me.
godly. You're
Yeah.
you're. It just so cheating for me, like he said, and this is huge part of what he said that I don't know of. Hey, keep it. If I don't know, then good job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you did a great job. That means you cheated. That means you cheated and came home and still cared and loved me the same.
Yeah.
You good. So that's why I say it, because like I said, most times cheating come with disrespect. So as long as if you know how to cheat and don't disrespect me, women don't want to be disrespected. Women don't want to.
Or don't make me feel like the other bitch got the upper hand. Don't put me in the
That's-
You heard her? You heard what she
It ain't
was
got
saying
nothing to do with
about the
disrespect.
another
Yeah, it has
bitch?
It ain't got nothing to do with
Don't put
disrespect.
me-
Just makes
don't-
it she
right.
above. A little secret, man. Soon as we nut, it's like,
Post nut. This is what
why
I
the
call
fuck
it.
am I with this motherfucker? Like,
Post nut clarity.
like, why the fuck am I with this motherfucker? Which I had to learn that myself, which, led me to, like, stop cheating.
I
But it's
think-
like, I don't even give a fuck about this motherfucker, we just in the moment.
Yeah.
Whereas if a woman cheat, she done went on dates with this motherfucker.
She's mentally checked out of that relationship. Well,
Yeah,
for the
yep,
most part,
yep.
she's already mentally checked out.
Yeah.
So now she's emotionally cheating because she's vulnerable and she's wanting some type of vulnerability or that space to be filled or that
Facts.
void to be filled. So she playing her role like shit. I'm about to put this other nigga to the side just in
Facts.
case I don't. Yeah.
And fellas, you heard what she just said. If you ever meet a woman that don't feel like that and cheat, leave the bitch alone. She cold. She don't even have a heart no
How y'all
more.
feel about breaks? Taking breaks in your relationship.
Ain't no break.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, even though, like, you gotta think about it, especially if you stay with a motherfucker. What the
Yeah,
fuck
like,
is
okay. Yeah, like, what if you stay with them? Like, what you feel
Hell
about breaks?
no.
Especially if you stay with a
If
motherfucker.
you say break, I'm gonna finish it up.
Like, I give you a good example.
If you say break, I'm gonna finish it for you. Up. We broke.
What about having male friends?
Hell, I'm going.
Wait,
Hell,
no, wait.
go. I'm going first. You go. Go.
How do you feel about your partner or your significant other having male friends before your relationship and after your relationship? And you
Shania,
got to go pee again.
I wish you would come home and tell me you finna go hang out with a male friend.
No, but I'm saying like,
You might well pack your
what
shit.
if she had male friends before? And you
My
got
opinion,
to-
I wouldn't date her. I wouldn't date her. Man, that's one of them things. I wouldn't date her. I would not date her if she got male. You're not going on a 101 male friend.
Okay, but what if it's like females and males, but it's part of her male, like her friend group?
Look, All right, well, I'm coming too.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What about if she got into a new workplace and she meets coworkers and these coworkers are
And we've been together?
Yeah, and y'all already together, y'all stay together and everything like that.
I don't do that male friend shit. I don't. Man, y'all don't see movies and stuff like that. That's how people end up cheating. Like, they grow. Man, look, fellas, look. Never do this. Never accept a woman having male friends before or after. Fellas, if she got a bunch of male friends before, don't cuff her. Because look, in my life, I dealt with women. Every time I meet a woman, I'm probably like 3 out of 3 or 4 out of 4. I can't think clearly right now. Every woman that I've ever met that got male friends was a hoe. Everyone.
I don't know about that now. You don't mean.
For one, as a man, if you're my girl, why do you got a male friend? What is you getting from him that you can't get from me?
But it's not about that. I'm not saying I agree to it because I don't do the whole female friend shit. I don't do that. But I'm just saying, like, what if it was a male friend that she had before your time?
Okay.
And they remained friends and they want to go have dinner, not dinner, but they want to go have lunch or something.
Okay, then why we can't go get lunch?
Why you got to go with her and her friend all the time? Every time they want to go have lunch.
Put it this way, I don't hang around with female friends. I'm gonna be honest. If I ever come home and tell you I'm finna go out with this girl, I'm trying to fuck her. I'm not finna hang out with no woman that. What is the point of hanging out with a woman? Fellas, what's the benefit of hanging out with a woman? What do I get from hanging out with a woman? What benefit do you get from just hanging out with a woman? Majority of the time when you see a man hanging out with a woman that's just friends, he want to fuck her so bad, but he just can't. He can't. It's something about him that he knows I'm not her type, she don't like me. So he remains friends with that woman just for the sake of a pity fuck. For the sake of a pity fuck. Meaning a guy done broke her heart, so she finna hang out with me and she's just down on her luck, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he just happened to get the pussy. What is the benefit of hanging out with a woman? But see, fellas, women want to hang out with us because it's so much advantage for her. She gets male opinion, she gets male energy, she gets, most times you gonna pay for the time because you're what? A male, you gonna pay for the date, the little casual date that you just hoping this winning over a little bit, you know what I'm saying? What is the point of hanging out with a woman? As opposed to a woman hanging out with you, she got all the benefits, bro. I don't believe in male friends because what are you getting from him? I don't care if you knew him before. If he's such your friend, why y'all don't date? Oh, okay. One more thing. If he's such your friend, why y'all don't date? And if you met him after, you damn sure ain't going out with the motherfucker. Richard, go.
All right, this is what I say. Even though I got a bit of a disagreement with him, this is what I would 100% say with a man and a woman. A woman can be friends with a man 100%, but a man can't be friends with a woman. That's why a lot of men feels the way that Darius feels.
I
but
totally agree.
Although the way Darius feels is 100% correct, but it's not validated because you have to count on your woman.
I think it depends on the woman and who
you have,
she is.
Yeah, you have to count on your woman to set those things. Started off being friends.
I got a question for you. Okay, if you know that, why you want your woman around that type of energy? That's stupid. That's like putting a lion around a pack of meat and telling her, don't eat the meat. That's stupid.
But I get what he's saying. Like, okay,
See,
so
but none of this
I think it depends on the woman. I think she controls that situation.
Yeah.
I think she controls that narrative. But
What I want to get out too is, I'm not telling you what you can't do, but I'm just telling you what I don't allow for me.
Yeah.
Like boundaries and standards. This is so funny. A girl told me, nobody, I remember we was arguing, as a matter of fact, it's the same two women who I was talking about with my girl calling me a bitch. But we was talking and she said, nobody's life is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Your life's not perfect. I said, it's not perfect. I said, the only reason you think my life perfect is because I have boundaries and standards, and I don't let people step over them. So I know how to get what I want, and I know how to. I know how to get what I want. I know how to get the result I want, and I know how to go about doing it. So you think I always get what I want? You think it's perfect? You don't.
I get.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they think it's a perfect life because I don't allow certain stuff or I don't accept this. So you think it's perfect? No, it took a lot to get to this level.
Yeah.
I just don't allow it to be. If you okay, I accept you as a person. If you have to do that. If you have to do that, okay, that like you have to, if I say I don't allow a male friend and you say, well, I'm gonna have male friends. Well, I'm gonna give you a kiss on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? It's good knowing you and you have a good life. That's what makes you think it's a perfect life because I have boundaries and
once you
standards.
become grounded within yourself,
Nothing
you
matters.
have self-control and self-discipline and know who you are and have those boundaries, and everything else.
What somebody say ain't gonna care. You ain't. That's why I look like I got a perfect life.
Yeah, I'm not a go with the flow type of person. I'm not easy to go. Look, I'm very, very grounded in what I believe in, and I'm gonna stand firm on what I believe in. I'm gonna do it the respectful way. I'm gonna do it the way I need to do it. I won't disrespect you. I won't, go out of line with it. But I'm gonna get what I want.
You demand it because you demand it.
And
I
it's not
demand
about a
it.
control thing, because some people get that perspective that it's about being in control, but it's not. It's I know what I want, and either you can give me what I want or you can't, and then that's my decision to either stay with you and deal with it.
They can't understand that. They can't understand. Man, look, when I was talking to them motherfuckers said, when I was telling them that I want to accept a girl calling me a bitch, they said, so you basically want a pushover woman. I said, how do you get being soft and feminine, being a pushover? Look, look, this is what they associated. I'm gonna break it down. They associated being soft and feminine with being a pushover. So I said, okay, so being hard and manly must mean loneliness. They couldn't say shit. So if a soft and feminine woman is a pushover, that means you being hard and manly equals loneliness. Yeah. Because none of y'all bitches got a man. And they couldn't say a motherfucking thing.
Different, like.
Dre, they can't, cause they.
And it makes you not even want to have conversations.
Thank you.
With them.
Cause you clearly don't have control of your life.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just, of course, control of the life is just, those people they got so much pride that they can't grow to that level.
Right.
That's
and then they 30-something years old. It's
Dre,
as J. Cole say, pride is the devil.
Yes.
People have too much pride to say, I fucked up, I was doing this wrong, I need to change this. Because
don't take accountability. A lot of people don't know how to take accountability.
People play this. I will say this, Dre, on your podcast. People think communication is the number one problem in relationships.
It's not.
No.
I feel like it's number two.
It is. It's number two.
Accountability is number one.
Or comprehension.
I feel like comprehending.
Because if you can't comprehend what the hell
if you can't comprehend,
you're not gonna be able to take accountability. We're not gonna be able to.
But the thing about it, bro,
none of that.
I have to be able to comprehend your mindset, Richard.
The thing about it,
when you tell me I don't agree with you, Darius, and if I get defensive, before you even begin your sentences, you done did like 2 or 3 of those where you say, I disagree with Darius. As soon as you say that, I cut you off, that means your 10-minute spew means shit. I have to be able to understand, okay, my mindset is if Richard say I don't agree with him, I'm like, let me hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why?
I'm a why person.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a why person. I'm a big why person. Like you say, like, I don't know, like a lot of, even in general, I do this with my friends. Like they'll say something, I'm like, oh, well, why? You like Richard was talking earlier, and I was like, what you mean? I'm a what you mean why person, because I want to know, like I want to know your head space, your mind.
Dre, that's so
used
for growth.
Another thing, just to grow back early. Don't forget about your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Where men, we actually give a fuck about what women think, but women don't give a fuck about what men think.
Yeah.
That's why we'll try to improve those things.
And you know what? I can tell. This is funny. I can tell when a guy has been in situations that they have that someone has never gave a fuck about what they think. Because when you ask why or when you ask,
yeah, that's what I was.
They get
mad.
They get mad.
Listen, if you ask why and a person can't explain themselves, that means they don't know. Like it sounds good, but I can't explain.
To all men, I will say this.
That was my point. What you just said.
To all men, I will say this. with all this little stuff, if you got a girl or you're potentially about to date a girl, ask that woman, because you know they expect so much of men, which is expected. I'm not denying from that, but ask that woman what she brings to the table.
Right.
Or not even necessarily what she brings to the table, but like what she could do for a man as a husband.
Yeah. If you're looking at things to be long term, yeah.
If she can't give you 4, 5, 6 answers, then you already know she automatically thought of herself as more, but she didn't understand that she wasn't more. Like,
because they think, look, man, Richard, oh my God.
No, when I ask a man, how do you view yourself, or what's your perspective of yourself? Because I've asked someone this, and they couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't even talk.
Protection, stability. Stability is so huge for women.
Yeah.
Y'all, when I say stability, it's like 100 things that fall under stability. Your day-to-day life, Sunday to Sunday, what do you have to care about? What did you? I promise you, if Shania car was to go dead right now, babe, my battery dead. She'll have $100.
I'm on the way.
$200 to get a new. We'll go get a new battery today. She don't. That's stability. That's. She's comfortable.
I was about to say that it brings comfortability.
Yes.
To us into a certain.
She's not worried. She's not.
She don't have to worry.
Yeah,
right.
She's not concerned. If you deal with this from a man and he can't explain himself, leave. I don't care how much you like him, how big his dick is, how much money he got, how much he buy for you. Anything. If he can't explain himself, leave. I'm a fucking man. I can explain everything I say. I can explain everything I say.
Man, you should be able to explain what it is that you want, what you need.
See, it's not just a man. It's just somebody.
Well, you're right. It's
somebody that claim they care or give a fuck about you.
You're absolutely that too.
Yeah.
But you not being able to explain how you feel, that's a big issue for me, because I'm gonna let you know how I feel every step of the way.
And why I feel
Right. And I'm gonna give you a reason on why I feel the way I feel, and I want you to be able to accept that and not dismiss it. I think a lot of problems in relationships.
This is the biggest thing with
that comes from what we talk about in media.
And this is why men are attracted to certain women they are, because you could be a 12 out of 10 bad on the Richter scale, but you walk in a room and nobody like necessarily attracts to you or notices you. Just for the simple fact that like it's just your energy and your aura.
I was just about to say, it's based off of your energy. If you don't like you said before, if you don't have good energy, you won't get nothing good out of life at all. You get what you pour out.
Energy comes from within. Energy, you could preach. I got good energy on the internet. Oh, I could Man, that shit is within. When you walk in a room, do people gravitate towards you?
Yeah.
Do people want to be your friend? Do people care to know you? That's a lot of stuff to look at in life, in men and women. If you're going for one or the other, how do other people perceive her or him? You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going after a woman, how do other people perceive that woman? Yeah. Do other people look at her like, or do people be like, she's so sweet, she's so nice, she's, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that energy is contagious. Yeah. They pick up, they want that shit. Like
I was telling my boy the other day, bro.
Bitch, you want my girl? Like, that's when you know you got a good woman. Like, when people, you gotta, like, you want my girl? But it's not that they want it, it's just, they think so highly of her, they compliment her so much, it sounds like they want her.
But
like,
when you are with those type of people, you have to have a understanding partner. You have to have a person that understands that. Right. No, it's not even about somebody wants me or wants you. It's about, bro, you a good-hearted person.
She's so
you
good.
Got good energy. Like you are very grounded in who you are. That wherever you go, it's gonna follow you, and people gonna recognize that. You don't even have to say nothing.
Yes.
And if you don't have somebody that thinks that way,
it ain't gonna work.
So fucking insecure.
It ain't gonna work.
It won't work at all. Like they will be so insecure. Somebody can walk. You can be out in public, and you know somebody from your friend. They be like, "Oh, what's up?" Just chilling, talking. Right. And your man come up or your partner come up, and they get upset. Like, damn, like that nigga wants you. Like, what? Right. It ain't even about that. You gotta know who you with. and what type of person you with, and their energy, and just who they are overall.
And man, all that come from within.
Mhm.
I
It
can't
starts
know.
within
You
I
yourself.
gotta
can't
take
know
care of
you.
yourself.
I can't know you if I don't know myself.
Mhm.
I cannot know you if I don't know myself.
Yeah.
That is the ground rule for everything. Don't try to learn nobody till you learn yourself.
Yeah.
And it might hit you at different stages. Some people know who they are at 16. Some people know who they are at 24. Some people know who they are at 30. But
I think it depends. I think it's about the chapter that you are in your life. You know,
Yes.
and I feel like as long as you know who you are in that chapter that you're in your life, that's you figure out who you are then, and then when you begin to grow more, you learn who that new person is.
Yep.
And then when you grow some more, you learn who that new person is. And then as long as you are evolving and growing and learn who you are in each season that you become, or each season that you go into your life,
Right.
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that mentality, then you just gonna always be stuck.
And that's why you
that
be stuck.
16, 7-year-old body.
And that's that's what I want to talk about. I'm so glad you brought that up. That's why I talk about like when you keep getting the same results in relationships.
Right. Yeah.
Because excuse me, you've been dating the same type of motherfucker since you were 16.
Mm-hmm.
When you were 16,
as a person.
Fact.
when you were 16 years old, you like knuckleheads that get in trouble at school. Bad people. So when you're 28 years old, knuckleheads that get in school, now they go to jail. Now they have a bunch of baby mamas. Yeah. It's a snowball effect. Most times you're not gonna meet. I'm not saying it don't happen, but we're talking numbers: 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Yeah. If that person was a knucklehead in high school, getting expelled, going to all the back, 9 times out of 10 when he becomes an adult, because now he's not in school that's gonna cater him, that's going to protect him a little bit. Now he's in the real world. That's going to equal to him going to jail. That's going to equal to him just having multiple baby mamas,
losing jobs,
losing good jobs. And because you like that guy when you were 16, or you like that girl when you were 16, now you're 10 years older. You think niggas ain't shit. No, sweetie, you just never changed. So you are attracted to the same type of guy.
I think it's based on you attract what you are too.
That's why we.
Dad, do you believe somebody told me that they don't believe in you are what you attract? And that's when I knew they weren't right within them fucking.
And that's why we preach the most that the bad decision makers, bro.
Yeah, because you are what you attract in your life at that moment. Whatever stage or mental you are in your life at that moment, that's what you will attract. I learned that, and I mean, even through my growing process, I still got to learn that. You are what you attract. If you are not right in that moment or where you are or where you need to be, you're going to attract the same thing that you attracted in your last situation.
And all of this is energy. That's why you're bringing that negativity to yourself, because you have negative energy in you. Man, oh my God, listen. I was talking to somebody and I told the girl, you attract shit. And you know, she took it as like disrespect, and
you know who you're.
Go.
I ain't gonna say. I can't say the name.
Yeah, I ain't want to say no name, but go.
No, I'm talking about you know how some guys are very authentic and they say things, but they say it in a very like aggressive way.
Look, this is what I say. A lot of times, the reason why women don't take heed or take it in of what men say because of how they say it, because they don't like reality. Because if a man tell you say like, take it just like that.
Like if you would have walked up to me and said, I'd be like, what the fuck you mean? Like I would have.
Yep. And I explain.
What do you mean by that?
I explain.
And like if a man just come up and say, you know, like
you attract the wrong type of guy,
people, wrong type.
You ain't gonna feel it.
But if he tell you attract shit, you gonna feel that.
Charleston White said this.
What you mean I attract shit?
Charleston White said this. He said, I don't want to call women bitches and hoes, but that's the only thing y'all resonate with. If I say women, or if I say, hey, you attract bad guys, you know what I'm saying? They energy off. You don't feel that. When I tell you, man, you attract shit.
So when you told her that, what she said?
She just basically said, what you mean I attract shit? And I can explain it if you shut the fuck up and let me. That's what I told her, not you. But I'm like, if you shut up, but when I done triggered her now, so she's hot. Like, and I'm like, but you just meaning like if I was on the market and I approached you, right? You know what I'm saying?
I know I ain't shit. I can get you. I know that for sure. Like I can pull you the same way that I can pull anybody else.
Exactly.
Because you are what you would say.
And but the fact that I'm not that type of guy. If I was on the market and I walked up like, I want to take you out to dinner, you know what I'm saying? You free such and such, it would probably rub you wrong, or you would say no, or I'm not attracted to him. It don't matter how good I look, it don't matter how I approached you. Yeah. It's just you're not attracted to my energy because I came at you as a grown man and you're used to dealing with boys. You used to dealing with, hey, yo, hey. You ain't used to dealing with, hey, how you doing? You know, my name Darius. You know what I'm saying? I'm attracted to you. I want to take you out.
Like, hey, can I take you out?
You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Take me out.
Right. And so, and what I was telling her was you attracted to shit, meaning, say we talking, and we talking a month in, 30 days in. You know what I'm saying? We done talk every day. We fall asleep on the phone. You knowing about me.
Right.
And in them 30 days, you realize like, this nigga he don't got confusion and chaos going on. He don't got baby mama drama. He don't got, he don't be in the streets. You're so used to chaos that something, if something don't arrive or pop up within the first months or two, you're like, something. You know, a woman's favorite line to say is when they can't, handle a man, they'll say, you can't handle me anyway, nigga. You can't handle. What the fuck you mean handle you? What are you, a dog? What am I handling you on a leash? What the fuck you mean I can't handle you? What the fuck do you mean? You know how many times I done heard that in my life? Nigga, you can't handle me anyway. You like them pushover women. And you know what I say? I say clearly can't no man handle you because you don't have a fucking man. People, I'm very intellectual. I'm not bragging, but I take a lot of time to become intellectual. You know what makes me intellectual? Because I'm adaptable.
Right.
Another thing with women don't give a fuck what men think, but men give a fuck what women think. Because he knows he has to approach to and talk to women a different way, no matter what emotional standpoint they on. But no matter what emotional standpoint I'm on, a woman will talk to a man the same way. Richard could be a six-figure nigga. He could have all the money, all the things you want, but a ghetto bitch go still be a ghetto bitch to Richard, and she gonna think he got to accept her for that. Yeah.
And if he don't, well, niggas ain't shit. Mm-hmm. Why I'm so comfortable saying this? Because what we talk about, I know myself. I don't give a damn if whoever watching this got a billion babies, and they be like, fuck that nigga in the middle. He don't know. Fuck that nigga. That nigga ain't gonna never have no woman. Yes, I do. I'm in a very happy relationship. And guess what? She don't got no kids. So thank you. Next topic.
That's it, guys. We covered our topic.
All right.
For real?
So, yeah.
Damn.
So we talked about relationships. We talked about like different things in relationships. We talked about communication, and we talked about just the mental state of or your perspective on things as a male.
Right.
You guys got anything you want to add to it?
I had fun. I like this. You gotta do it again.
What you about to say?
I had fun. Let's do it again. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Guys and women out here, if you're in the dating world, which everybody is, let's be honest.
Right.
Just know yourself before you get out here. And it takes time, man. I went through so much stuff. I went through heartbreak. I went through not knowing myself. I went through, you know what I'm saying? Man, when I was in high school, I used to feel like, you know what I'm saying, like I was you know what I'm saying? I wasn't no lame kid, but I wasn't the most popular, put it that way. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like the women that I wanted, I couldn't get or attract. And as I got older, I realized I wouldn't, thank you. Yeah. I wasn't supposed to attract them because their energy was off anyway. Mm-hmm. Their vibe was off. But when you young like that, you don't know that type of stuff. You don't know nothing about no energy and all that. You just going off, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And as you get older and you learn yourself, you get more grounded and rooted in yourself. Right. It don't matter what nobody think. That's the huge thing. Right. Once you know yourself, once you set them boundaries and standards for yourself, nothing else matters.
Boundaries, standards.
In fact.
And you go
self-awareness.
All that stuff she talking about, when you have that stuff, guess what you're gonna attract? Somebody who has that stuff. Oh my God.
And then that you could pour in them, they pour in you. Yeah, it all works out.
So don't think that it's for no reason. Don't think like, damn, man, I can never get the person I want, or I don't know how to attract the person I want. Look.
The reason why you're not attracted is because you And
You not
you haven't
supposed
done what
to.
you need to do.
Yes, you ain't putting that self-work. You ain't went to the gym. You ain't learned enough. You ain't studied.
Heal.
You ain't healed. You ain't, that's why you don't know yourself yet. You just going from one woman or one man to the next. Go through that pain, that darkness, that you know what I'm saying? Get your heart broken and don't talk to nobody for a year.
Last year. Sometimes it could just take you 2, 3. It just depends on how you bounce back for yourself. You know, because some people look at it like, dang, you was just in a relationship. Now you talking to somebody else. Everybody heals different. Everybody goes through things differently. So, but don't go into something not knowing who you are in that season that you're in now, or the new person that you are carrying something from the last situation either.
Right. To add on to that, to both of what both of them were saying, and this is a message for men specifically. You gotta know who you are. Mm-hmm. Literally, realistically, you gotta know who you are, because knowing who you are is knowing what you'll expect and knowing what you'll give.
Right.
And then going back to women is literally what I say, because knowing who men are, going back to women, a woman who can't control her mouth is just as bad as a man who can't control his hand.
Take the time to learn what you're trying to attract. Right. That's all I'm saying.
I like that.
Take the time to learn what you're trying to attract.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with.
Yourself.
Yes.
Learning what you attract first,
right,
so you can pour that out.
Yes.
All right, guys. So that wraps up today's episode on the Reframe Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next episode.
Peace, love, happiness.